Good evening, one and all present over here. Just give me thumbs up if my voice and my screen is visible to you all. Just write yes over there, teachers. Okay, fine, fine. Good evening to one and all present over here. So today we will see the session. We will discuss about the different top as art integration is very much important in nowadays teaching learning process. So let's start the session. Our session for today is art integration in learning. Fine. So see the first one, what art integration is. So art integration is an approach to teaching in which students construct and demonstrate understanding through an art form. Students engage in a creative process. Whatever we are teaching and learning process go on, it will be a creative way when it is engaged with the arts. It creates a interest among the students. So students engage in a creative process which connects an art form and another subject area and meets evolving objectives in both. Good evening to all the teachers present over here. A fine good evening to all. So list of suggestive activities, what we can do in our teaching learning process in the class. What all things we can implement in the class. That is, yes ma'am, Nikki Kumari ma'am has raised a hand. Ma'am, any problem? My voice is clear. I hope everything is okay. Okay, fine. So through art, we can do role play, video making, film making, photography, slideshow, PPTs, designing through Photoshop and other apps, visit to historical places, monuments, and to make documentaries, sketching, sculpture, clay modeling, dance performance, है ना? Creating art reservoir using waste material, jewelry making, paper quilling, then matches, beads, veins, etc., and arts exhibitions. These are the list of suggestive activities which we can do. So, we are going to learn today. What we are going to learn and discuss about the art integrated learning. Indrajit Kumar Singh sir has raised a hand. Sir, any problem you can write in a chat box so that we can discuss on that. Okay. So, what is art integrated learning? We will discuss about what is art integrated learning. Then significance of art integrated learning, goals of art integrated learning, objectives of art integrated, strategies of implementation, then assessment in art integrated learning, then roles and responsibilities of a teacher. These all points we will discuss today. So, what is the introduction about an art integrated learning? These are the guidelines of art integrated learning by NCERT. That is art, it is related to music, theater, dance, and visual art. So, art integration in schools or art integrated learning is an innovative step by CBSE for making classrooms joyful and informative. Okay, we have to make our topics very joyful. We have to attract our students through our teaching. Then only they will take interest. So how we can make and create an interest among them? By applying different methods and technologies we have to use to make the topic interesting, right? The NCF, that is National Curriculum Framework 2005, recommendations are as follows. What are those recommendations? Art as a subject at all stages, covering four main spheres. We must bring arts squarely into a domain of the curricular, infusing them in all areas of learning while giving them an identity of their own at relevant stages. Then, what is actually art integrated learning? What is art integrated learning? If anybody can give their views in a chat box, why it is a need of art integrated learning, why art is being connected to our subjects. If anybody can write in a chat box, what is the need of art integrated learning, why it is being introduced in our learning process. Please, anybody, if anybody will share their views in a chat box. Easy to understand, very fine. Few more. Then what else? To understand topic, yes. Children connect, right? Very good. Yes. Creativity comes, yes. Subject, any more views? To create a warm environment in the class, fine. Very good. Any more answers? If you can. Art integration is, yes. Motor skill development, fine. Study will make interesting. Monitor children get interested over the topic. Okay, fine. Very good. To make the subject interesting. Thank you, teachers. Thank you for your answers. Now see, what is art integrated learning? Art integrated integration in school is a cross-curricular approach to teaching learning based on collaboration between teaching subject with the teaching of art. Fine. We can say that art becomes the primary pathway to learn a subject or a topic and also for assessment. Then see, a quotation is there, very finely it has written over there. Before a child talks, yes, to know about the culture. Thank you. Thank you, teachers, for your responses. Thank you so much. Now see, before a child talks, they sing, right? Before they write, they draw. As soon as they stand, they dance. Art is fundamental to human expression. So, art integration is a teaching method that uses. Fine. Then, children and the heart, how it is connected. Small children play with object and respond to music, rhythm, and colors. From infancy, they delight in the interplay of light, sound, movement, shape, and color. Benefits of art integration learning. What all the benefits if we will connect our subject to the art? So see, help children develop holistically. We can develop among the children. They create shadows in patches of sunlight, right? Then displaying experimentation and scientific temper. They form shapes such as squares, lines, and circles with sticks or pebbles, leaning towards mathematical concepts. Then, art integrated learning model. So, teaching learning model which is based on learning, that is through the arts and with the arts. Art becomes the medium of teaching learning process. Art is a very good medium. We can create a good medium among the teaching learning process to make interesting. So, a key to understand concepts within any subject, right? So, with any subject, we can connect the concepts to make the interesting, to make the topic interesting. Learners explore creatively while building connections between different concepts through various art forms. Then, art experiences resonates with the experiential learning approach. Opportunities for learners who can explore at their individual pace. Visual arts. What is visual arts? That is drawing and painting, clay modeling, pottery, paper crafts, mask, puppet making, heritage crafts, etc. And what is performing arts? That is music, dance, theater, puppetry, etc. Now, the preamble of the Seoul Agenda 2010, what is emphasizes? See, in a picture, you can see very nicely arts. So, what is arts? Arts used for teaching concepts, you know, like mathematics. We can connect everything with the arts, every subject, mathematics, science, languages, environmental studies, social science, even our language subject that is English and Hindi. So, arts education has an important role to play in the constructive transformation. It creates a, yes, all we can create. Thank you, Pratima ma'am. So, arts education has an important role to play in a constructive transformation of educational systems that are struggling to meet the needs of learners in a rapidly changing world, right? Characterized by remarkable advances in technology on one hand and intractable social and cultural injustices on the other. So, the agenda further defines goals for the development of art in education. What is how far the art education helps our student to create the interest among the subjects. It ensures that art education is accessible as a fundamental and sustainable component of a high quality renewable of education. Assure that arts, education, activities, and programs are of a high quality in conception and delivery. Apply arts education principles and practices to contribute to resolving the social and cultural challenges facing today's world. If teachers, those who are present over here, if you can share your views and how you connect your subject with a particular subject, you write the subject also and how you connect to the art. If you can write on a chat box, please share your views, teachers, how you connect your subject with the art. We all are following art integration in our classroom. Fine. So, how you connect? Role play for English text, very good. For other subjects, please share your views through games, physical education. Right, sir. Rajesh Kumar Chaudhary, sir, very right. Then, through activities in maths games, right. Draw after explaining, very good. Very nice. If any topic is being told or discussed, always give the writing in English, model, science activity and games, experimental project work. Yes, very nice. Science activities you all give, storytelling, action songs. Very good. Yes, fine. Creative writing, then picture reading. Through picture reading also we tell them to pictorial understanding. Yes. Then very nice. Jumble letters. Fine. So we all use these things, connect with the arts to the different subjects in our day-to-day life in our classroom. Role play, models. Yes. Shlokas. Yes, very right. Circle time. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, through games. Okay, very nice. Thank you. Okay, thank you, teachers, for your responses. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The agenda further defines goals for the development of art education. Ensure that art education is accessible as a fundamental and sustainable component of a high quality, renewable of education. It assures that art education activities and programs are of a high quality in conception and delivery. Puppet show also, right? Very good. Thank you, ma'am. Then apply art education principle and practices to contribute to resolving the social and cultural challenges facing today's world. Now, what is the significance of art integrated learning? It creates a cognitive, affective, and psychomotor qualities among the students. So, learning through the arts aims at the development of abilities of the learner. We can develop the abilities among the student. Yes, it is a critical way of education. Right. Very good. Then, cognitive way, it creates them to, it forces them to think, recalling, reflecting, right? Then how it is effective? By social and emotionally. Then psychomotor, how they do the use of a body and movement. So these all things are being done. So coming to the next, that is, what is the key message of this session reflection? It is important to point out how the move from traditional and structured classes to free thinking, right? Nowadays, the teaching has been totally different. Fine. We have completely changed our traditional method to an structured classes to free thinking will lead to more engaging classes with lifelong passionate learners in our students. Okay, then art integration allows us to build chefs who make choices, right? Not cooks who merely follow the recipe. I hope this quotation is very good. Do you all agree, teachers? Just go through this quotation. See, arts integration allows us to build chefs who make choices. Fine. Then, not cooks who merely follow the recipe. Okay? Right? So, coming to the next one, what is the objectives of art integration learning? Okay, so why art integrated learning matters in education? Why it is important? Why it is? So it fosters holistic development. Art integration, it develops the holistic development. It enables experiential and practical learning. Fine. Then it reduces academic pressure. Okay. All students take active role in whatever activities is being done in the class. If we traditional matters only, if one way is being teaching learning process goes on, then nobody now the present situation the children will not at all take interest in the traditional matter of teaching. Fine. It reduces ac- academic pressure also is being reduced to. Yes. It encourages slow learners also. Right, ma'am? Pratima ma'am. It's very right you have told. Then it's boosts teamwork and collaboration. Okay. How how it boosts the teamwork and collaboration? Can you give write down in a chat box how art integration boosts teamwork and collaboration? Please write in a chat box how art integrated learning helps in teamwork and collaboration among the boosts teamwork and collaboration among the students using graph and image. Yes, group work, how the teamwork and collaboration is being boosts up among the students through art integration? Can you give me some example in a chat box? How it boosts teamwork? How art integration boosts teamwork and collaboration? For example, anybody? How it boosts the teamwork and collaboration when any activity is given? Yes, ma'am. Fine. Group activity, like for example, any exhibition is being held in our school. Okay. Huh. Any exhibition is being organized. Yes, art exhibition, then science exhibition. Then there we can see a teamwork. Okay. Yes, science exhibition, art exhibition, when it is being done, so teamwork. है ना? So the teamwork also, we can boost up the teamwork and the collaboration among the students. Yes, group discussion also. Very right. As then promotes appreciation for diverse perspectives. Okay, thank you. Then experiential learning. Experiential learning is the process of learning by doing. Right? Do you all agree? What is experiential learning? It is learning by doing. So, by engaging students in hands on experiences and reflection, they are better able to connect theories and knowledge learned in the classroom to real world situations. Fine, they can connect the real world situation with the topic. Okay, we can see the one volcano is being displayed over there. Experiential learning equips children for real life challenges. Then Cole's experiential learning cycle, you can see feeling, watching, thinking, then doing. That is diverging, assimilating, then converging, then accommodating. Fine. So coming to the next point, that is what is the objectives of art integration learning. Art integrated learning, children's need to experience processes rather than strive only for a prefixed goal. Okay, experiential learning of academic content leading to holistic learning. Interdisciplinary connections, है ना? Interdisciplinary connections are also there. We can connect one subject with the other subject. That is what called interdisciplinary connections. Fine. Then expressions with freedom and opportunity for self reflection, development of different domains, then possibility for children with different social backgrounds to interact on one common platform. Yes, the children with different social backgrounds, they interact and come to a one common platform. This is the very good objective of AIL. Right? Do you all agree? We bring the children to a common platform. Fine. Even if they are with a different social backgrounds, we interact on one common platform, which is very much important. Then active participation of every child. Each and every child takes interest in this. Growth of social skills by giving students experiences of working as a team. Team spirit encourages then emotional expression and stability. Appreciation for diversity and cultural confidence also comes. Then observation, experimentation, and building scientific temperament. Right? Then aesthetic sensibility and respect for national and cultural heritage. So, stage while learning. Now, stage-wise learning objectives. Learning through the arts can take place at all levels of schooling, right? Art integrated learning is experiential in nature and makes all children respond with their imagination and emotional strengths. The need of children will vary with age, social context, and ability. Pre-primary stage, primary stage, and upper primary stage. So how it pre-primary stage, what all things happens in this we can see. At this stage, children are both highly inquisitive and energetic, right? Then focus on the process and not on the product. Creative activities such as drawing, painting, music, play, clay work, are both appealing and engaging for young children at this stage. All education should be through arts. Then children in pre-primary stage, what happens? We can see when learning becomes fun, classroom activities, then the children gets very interested for the topics and they can understand the topic very well. They take interest, right? Then in pre-primary stage, what are the objectives? Make learning joyful and engaging. Encourage children to be aware of the environment through keen observation and unhindered exploration. Fine. Then it promotes sensitivity towards their environment, allow free emotional expression, communication, and creative involvement. Facilitate children to express freely and spontaneation. Right? Spontaneously, we can do all these things. Okay? Then coming to the next one, primary stage. In primary stage, what happens? Needs to link with all subject that it becomes a tool of teaching learning concepts. Art can play an effective role in strengthening the child's curiosity. Curiosity develops curiosity, imagination, and sense of wonder. They should have a positive impact on the skills related to intellectual, socio-emotional, motor, language, and overall literacy. Then playing with shapes. This is one of the activity which we can make them do in our classes. Okay. Then coming to the next one, the role plays. As we have discussed, through role plays, they get involved to that character and the best things can come out in a way. Fine, role plays. Then in primary level, what is the objectives? Experience joy and eagerness to learn. These all develops among the students. Then learn to live in an inclusive environment. Then discover concepts of mathematics and science in the world around them. Be aware of interdisciplinary connection, enhance, develop all the senses through keen observation, curious exploration, and spontaneous free expressions. Explore and understand body, movement, and coordination. Develop expressive communication and create critical thinking skill. Foster an inquisitive attitude towards learning and knowledge. Understand and regulate their emotions. Then create awareness of rich heritage and cultural diversity. Then in upper primary stage, we can see during this stage, children are ready to comprehend more complex interconnections between concepts and the environment. AIL can allow children build on simple concepts as well as, yes ma'am, Pratima ma'am, togetherness, fine, very right. Then build on simple concepts as well as relate them with academic content meaningfully, right? Then children also enhance the skill to work in groups and explore ideas together. Then in upper primary, explore multiple perspective of concept, construct knowledge of themes, subjects, concepts, be aware of the interdisciplinary connection, develop a pluralistically approach and appreciate different possibilities, promote teamwork and mutual appreciation, right? Then enhance language skills, interpersonal communication skill, collaboration. These are the skill which develops through AIL. Language skill, interpersonal communication, collaboration, cooperation, respect for diversity, right? Then appreciation for each other's perspective, developing leadership skills also develops, and problem solving abilities also. So these are the things which develops among the students. Build sensitivity towards environmental and societal concerns. Create art and apply their artistic skills in day-to-day activities. Learn inclusive practices of respect, care, empathy, and compassion. Foster social emotional competencies and cognitive competence. Understand and regulate their emotions, right? Then create awareness of rich heritage and cultural diversity. So, overall of the discussion, what it is? Experiential learning of academic content, building interdisciplinary conjunctions, promote opportunities, then appreciation of cultural diversity, active participation of students, irrespective of social background, then enhance communication, problem solving, creative and critical thinking skills, foster teamwork and mutual appreciation among the students. Then strategies. What are the strategies of implementation? How we will implement these things? So capacity through capacity building programs, then planning of activities, then planning time, planning resources, classroom management, then community involvement. Then capacity building program, how we can do through orientation of educational administrators, including school principal, then training of all teachers on AIL pedagogy, understanding the concept of AIL as a pedagogy, then hands-on training in the AIL techniques. Then skills to create inclusive classroom using art as means to learn, planning and conducting AIL activities, collaborating with teachers of different disciplines, including art education, health, and physical education. Then planning of activities. How to plan those activities? By generating cost effective and local specific resources. Yes, we have to plan in such a way that our cost also will not affect anybody. Using AIL as an assessment tool, skills of presentation and exhibition of children's work, then all, yes, creative class, all technical. Yes, Akhilesh Kumar sir has raised a hand. Whatever we do, it should be within our budget. No, the cost should be very effective. No? And keeping in mind the cost and also the local specific resources. Skills of presentation and exhibition of children's work. AIL would require linking art experience to the subject matter seamlessly and to identify methods and techniques through and techniques to engage children in group activities. In pre-primary stage, how we will plan our activity as recommended by NCF, that is National Curriculum Framework 2005, that 90% of the curriculum must be art oriented. That is drawing, painting, clay modeling, singing, actions or movements. Focus on the process and not on the product. Right? Do you all agree with these things? We have to focus on the process and not on the product. Right? Then, what are the suggested activities through poems, rhymes in rhythm, and melody which children enjoy while learning through movement and songs. We usually do in while teaching in English and Hindi subject when we recite a poem. When we recite a poem, when we recite a poem, so we do in a dance and a singing way, right? Do you agree, teachers? Then poems on themes from their immediate environment, which will help in developing a sense of auditory and visuals. Then suggested activity again, that exploration of different sounds through commonly found objects, right? Then result, what is the result? It helps them to differentiate between noise and music, poem with actions, right? Then primary stage activity planning, how we will do art integrated with all subjects and used as an approach for teaching and learning of different concepts. Children freely express their ideas and emotions, develop all the senses through keen observation, curious exploration, and spontaneous expression. Teacher should keep in mind, what the teacher should keep in mind, the process and not the product should be focused upon. The art experience should be planned such that it serves an interdisciplinary purpose, catering to multi-level needs of the classroom. Okay, now teacher should keep in mind that again in case of multi, yes, picture coloring related to the topic for understanding. Yes, ma'am, it's very correct. In case of the problem is that sometimes children these days may become, yes, ma'am, yes, it's true, it's very true. In case of multi-grade classrooms, the teacher should pay attention to the composition of the groups as age group becomes a fundamental point while designing activities. These are things we have to keep in mind, right? We have to create free but be disciplined. Yes, ma'am. It's very true. Very true, Pratima ma'am. The need of inclusive classrooms should be focused upon the art integration in classes 1 to 3 and 4 to 5 should be 80 and 70% respectively, according to the National Curriculum Framework 2005. We have to keep in mind all these things. Now, then in upper primary activity planning, what we have to do, emphasize should be laid, emphasis should be laid on the use of, voice is not coming, my voice is not clear. Please give a thumbs up if my voice is clear. It's coming clear. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. As this age group is the beginning of adolescence, their growing up concerns are also addressed naturally and effectively through integration of arts. Right. So, the existence of a strong collaboration between teachers of different subjects, including those of art education, is important while planning art integrated learning activities. Right? Because a strong collaboration between teachers of different subjects should be there for the implementation of art integrated learning and to make this plan success. Children of this stage work together in teams. Upper primary, we are talking about the upper primary, what all things happens. No? Children of this stage work together in teams for their socio-emotional development and enhancement of life skills. That is interpersonal communication, collaboration and cooperation, respect for diversity and appreciation for each other's perspective, developing leadership skills, and then problem solving abilities also happens. Teacher needs to see on activities planning. We have to keep in mind while planning and activities, as we all generally do. We keep in mind everything by keeping all these things in our mind. We plan our activities, right? The focus is on the process and not on the product. Needs of inclusive classrooms are taken care. While making the groups, they should follow a heterogeneous approach to ensure no discrimination. Discrimination should not be there at all, right? And we don't discriminate also. It's very sure we teachers we don't discriminate nowadays. It's very sure we keep in mind all these things. By keeping in all these things in our mind, we plan our activities. No discrimination on the lines of social prejudice and gender stereotypes. Right? Then, teacher needs to see on activities planning one more point, periodic regrouping of children. Okay, regrouping should be done in a periodic way for better exchange of ideas and accommodating different learning levels. Right? Children are allowed to use diverse art forms and material to avoid monotony. Then, teacher needs to see again children are provided with opportunities to interact with local, regional artisans to enhance their sensitivity and awareness towards indigenous cultural heritage. Field visits to places. Field visits do you all conduct in your schools? Shilpi Singh, ma'am. Yes, if you please write in a chat box, do you conduct like visits, field visits to places? Do you all conduct in your schools, like museums, galleries, historical monuments, melas? Yes, bazaars, paths. Okay, then etc. are incorporated. Right, okay, so you all do. Yes, ma'am, we do. Okay, fine. Okay. The extent to which the art experience, give them the examples of. Okay, very nice, ma'am. Mela and all, right? We all do. Any more places where you take your children? Field visits. The extent to which the art experience can be. The extent to which the art experience can be taken to connect it with the concept and subject content. Okay, many places, like for example, ma'am, where you have took your children to visit. For examples, if you can give some examples where you have taken your gurudwaras, fine, very good. Eco parks, making doll, olds, okay, right, very good. Audrey House of Ranchi, okay, post office, fine. Yes, it's very important to take them to the post office nowadays because nowadays we are not being so much in touch with the remains of Nalanda University. Very good, very fine. Dairy farms, yes, botanical garden, right, very good. Because post offices and all we have to take. which is not in use so much nowadays, no? Right? Because it is to the collect stamps. They are not knowing about what all things they can get from the post office also. Few children and historical places, fine. So if we can take to those places, then children will have the knowledge about it. Right? So mounting research evidence confirms that students in schools with arts rich agriculture research institutes, very nice, very nice. Railway stations, botanical garden, fine, very good. Thank you, teachers, for your responses. So, mounting research evidence confirms that students in schools with arts-rich learning environments academically outperform their peers in arts-poor schools. So, field around Ganga Plains, right? So, resources for AIL activities. What all resources are needed for AIL activity? That is, it should be economical, environment friendly. Do you all agree? These things should be there. Keeping in mind all these things, Madhubani painting, yes, ma'am, right. So, materials economical, it should be economical, environment friendly, whatever we do, these things we have to keep in mind. Then reusable, it should be there, reusable. Then innovative and locally, bindi art, yes, yes, innovative and locally available things. Manihari Ghat, yes. Okay, thank you so much. Then community resources like field trips, excursions are included to visit places like hospitals, post office, bus depots, railway stations, etc. Yes, ma'am, handmade things. Then space. Children with an opportunity to explore, experiment, create, then express themselves freely. We should give them the chance to express them freely. Right? Example, walls of buildings, staircases, school stage, school rooftops, field and garden. Okay. Then areas, etc., can be utilized for the same. Then some material can be used in AIL, that is, they are old magazines and newspapers, old and new notebooks and used packaging materials, right? Then old clothes, socks, dupattas, saris, etc. Then clay strings, yes, clay strings, threads, beads, ribbons, है ना? Then bangles, bindi, fish clips, buttons, coconut shells, pistachio shells, walnut, almond shells, then pebbles, bark, feathers, sand, bamboos, right? Broomsticks, etc. Okay? Then lids, bottle caps, old carton boxes, all this can be done. Yes, eggs also, ma'am. Yes, egg trays. Very right. Then invitation cards, balloons, balls, sponges, etc. Okay. Then these are the materials can be used in AIL. Okay. Then classroom. How we will manage in a classroom? How the classroom will be managed in a, yes, basket making. Right. Very right. Okay. So flexible seating arrangement. Seating arrangement should be there in a proper way, which space for activities with free movement of children and teachers. Right? Instead of rows or columns, we can use U-shape semicircle arrangement for doing all these activities. Huh? Then teachers, facilitators should move across the classroom groups, okay, in class for AIL activities. Pre-primary stage, 2 children. Primary stage, standard 1 and 2, 2 to 3 children at a time, that is standard 3, 5 and 4, 5 children. Okay, right, very right. Then upper primary stage as per the need of activity in AIL number. Okay, not a matter. For better results, keep changing the configuration of groups. While making groups in a classroom, first of all, sitting arrangement we will see. Then age groups we will fix it in a proper way so that they can exchange their views, है ना, nicely. है ना? Then we have to keep on changing the configuration of the groups in these activities. Okay. Then encourage the process of inclusion, right? Then presentations by children, display areas where children's work can be displayed nicely. Then reading corner for children to easily access storybooks, comics, folklores, fables, etc. Then the classroom can also have an innovative performing space area. Okay. Then which can be used for regular presentation and performances. Then display of artworks. We can see a picture over there. So nicely the children are displayed their creativeness over there. The original unedited artwork of all children should be displayed. Classroom walls, corridors, etc. Right? Then every child should be appreciated, right? Appreciation is very much needed. We should appreciate each and every child for the process of creation and not for the product, right? Displays should be updated on a weekly, monthly basis so that every child will get the chance. Then classroom arrangement, for example, we can see how the classroom has been arrangement just now as we have discussed for the activities. Okay, by practicing, see, space area will be good. Cardboard activity, making letterbox or aquarium, right? Very right. Then we can see the sitting arrangement, how to arrange in a classroom for doing all these activities. Okay. Then student engage in group activity. How the children are being engaged through the picture we can see. है ना? Yes. Then assessment in art integrated learning. Okay. Then assessment how we will do? By art integrated learning is a pedagogical tool of experiential learning assessment. That is observation, imagination, exploration, experimentation, creation, and application of knowledge. AIL tool of continuous and comprehensive assessment. Tier chart papers when some innovative I have put on the wall. Yes, these all things are very common. Yes. So AIL tool of continuous and comprehensive assessment method in place of pen and paper test. So what will be the result? Learning of the subject as well as socio-emotional development of the children. Right. Then tool of competencies based, what will be the result in it? It helps to democratize the process of assessment. Collage work, right. Very right, ma'am. Then in which students are offered multiple modes to express their learning. It must cater to the individual learning pattern and respect the pace of the student. Empowers the teacher facilitator with a variety of tools, techniques of assessment. Unique platform where both individual group performances can be assessed for the competency based learning outcomes. The facilitators can assess both verbal and non-verbal expression. An opportunity to the facilitators to have an exclusive fair practice of assessing. AIL based assessment, right? Then creative thinking and critical thinking, empathy, coping with stress, coping with emotions, interpersonal relationships, effective communication, decision making skills, self awareness, and problem solving we ensure in AIL assessment. This is for all of us. Nice. The teacher facilitator also keep in mind during AIL what all things to be kept in mind in our teachers. Non-judgmental, non-comparative, right? Then non-competitive and non-threatening. Okay. Right? These all things we have to keep in our mind. All AIL based empowers the teacher facilitator with a variety of tools and techniques of assessment. Okay. AIL based assessment is a unique platform. Okay. Where both individual and group performances can be assessed for the competency based learning outcomes. The facilitators can assess both verbal and non-verbal as we have discussed. So tools and techniques for AIL based assessment, drawing paintings done by students, art activities such as include cutting, pasting, thumb printing, leaf rubbings, movement and rhythm, etc. Role play, dramatization, puppetry, worksheets, workbooks, observation records, field visits, excursions, portfolios with samples of finished artwork, even unfinished artwork may be recorded and assessed. Descriptive and anecdotal reporting of the overall progress. है ना? Child's cognitive, social, and creative development should be maintained. Facilitators can mentor personal notes to organize records of students, their inclination towards different forms of arts, their strengths and challenges. Then periodic theme-based displays like exhibits in classrooms such as corridors by students. Project works done in groups, primary and upper primary, stories, poetry, letters, posters, story illustration based on a theme. Okay. Presentation and performances of the children. Then do's in assessment, do's and don'ts are also there. You please have a look on these. Appreciate every child, recognize his or her efforts, assess the process, not the product, as we have discussed. Provide constructive feedbacks. Feedbacks are needed. Give qualitative and encouraging remarks, as we always do. Give equal opportunities to all students. Respect the pace of the learner and be flexible. Right? Then these are the do's. And what are don'ts? What we should not do. Okay? Do not comment on the artistic quality of the representation. Right? Then do not compare artwork of one student with the another. We should not compare. Do not arrive to the classroom with preconceived notions. Okay? Then roles and responsibilities of the teachers. What are the roles and responsibilities we teachers have to do? Hold a clear vision and goals. Be flexible. Design AIL activities individually as well as with the team. Yes, we have to be patient. Right. Very right. Appreciate. We should have a appreciation nature. Okay. With patience. Now, keep experimenting and exploring diverse arts. Attend capacity building programs for continuous professional growth. Right. Then teachers attend capacity building programs for continuous professional growth. Follow timetables for club periods. Creatively use the annual school calendar. Okay. Like Bal Sabha, special days for AIL pedagogy. Example, using Bal Sabha for lesson in social sciences on elections. Participate in mapping and in mobilizing community resources with the help of students and other teachers. Art teachers, it comes drawing, dance and music. All this comes under art teacher. Art teachers, apart from teaching art education, should also participate in planning of AIL activities of different subjects and for the whole school. They must readily and happily be part of the team teaching. So it is finally we came to our end of the session. I hope the session was informative. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. We are on time and we have completed on time our session. And thank you all the teachers for actively participating and chatting continuously for the session. I hope the session was informative and thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the teachers for your active participation. And I hope we teachers together will make our teaching learning process interesting to the children, right? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Namaskar to all of you. Thank you. Have a good day.